you both together in working very hard during the COVID time.
Yes.
আপোনালোকক আমি মিডিয়াত আপোনালোক দুজনকে মানে পুৰা দেখিছো পুৰা ফ্ৰন্ট লাইনত আহি পেলাই you guys are leading আৰু পুৰা ধুনীয়াকে আৰু বহুতখিনি ক্ষেত্ৰত টেকেলো কৰিছে সেইখিনি অলপমান ইনষ্টেন্সেছ ক'ব পাৰিব নেকি লাইক কোভিডৰ টাইমত আপুনি এক্স্যাক্টলি সবতকে ডিফিকাল্ট টাস্ক কোনটো আছিল
Interestingly, there were only about 24 cases of COVID admitted at that COVID time. But after me and Dr. Osud Boysa, Professor Osud, the principal, we joined in. Within next 48 hours, we admitted 300 cases. And that is how
আপুনি সেইখিনি মতো বহুত ডেথস দেখিছে মুখৰ পৰা so can you just tell me one thing যে ইমান ডেথস দেখিছে যে ধৰক আপোনাৰ কাৰণে লাইফৰ মিনিংটো কি হৈ পৰে বিকজ so ধৰক আপোনাৰ মানে যে আপুনি সাৰ্জন আছিল জেনাৰেল সাৰ্জন এটা ধৰক এনেকুৱা কিবা সিচুৱেচন আহিছিল নেকি যে দেখিছে যে 80 to 90% বচাৰ চান্স কম আছে but still you took the risk এটা মানে এনেকুৱা সমাজত কথা এটা ওলাই পৰিছে যে ধৰক GMCH ত ট্ৰিটমেন্ট ভাল নহয় বা GMCH এখন প্ৰাইভেট হস্পিটেলত যাওঁ বল বা বহুত এটা ডাঙৰ বেমাৰ হ'ল আমি চেন্নাইলৈ গ'লো বা দিল্লীলৈ গ'লো সেই বস্তুটো কেনেকৈ চেঞ্জ কৰিব মানে আপোনালোকে চেষ্টা কৰিছে so in the long run মানে এটা বহুতে কৈছিল যে ৰিজাইন হেতু কথাটো মিছাই ওলাল of course ৰিজাইন দিছিল বহুত ডক্টৰ
See, I was the first one to contradict that statement. There's nothing called mass resignation. See, we are big numbers of doctors. Every year, 1 or 2 doctors submit their resignation.
ঠিক আছে আৰু দাদা এতিয়া বৰ্তমান এই NEET স্কেমটো যে হ'ল গোটেই NEETৰ যোনটো স্কেমটো হ'ল
That's a very sad thing to happen.
so হিটোৰ ওপৰত আপোনাৰ কি মানে মন্তব্য ধৰক
No, I believe that I would suggest that this entire thing should be revamped.
But দাদা গাঁৱতো বহুতে কয় যে মানে ডক্টৰছ খিনি এভেইলেবল নাথাকে বা মানে এবল ডক্টৰছ নাথাকে মানে এই বস্তুটো মানে কিয়
এবল নহয় গাঁৱত you cannot put in a super specialist. গাঁৱত you have to put in a MBBS doctor. So আমাৰ PRCA completionৰ পিছত এবছৰ rural posting দিয়ে rural postingত তাহতে যাব লাগিব এটা ফৰ এক্সাম্পল শুনাত বেয়া কিন্তু মই কথাটো জেনুইনলি কথাটো
বৰ্তমান আমি দেখিবলৈ পাইছো যে ডায়াবেটিছৰ কেसेছ বা হাৰ্ট এটেক কেছেছ বিলাক ইয়াং জেনাৰেশ্যনৰ মাজত খুব আগবাঢ়ি আহিছে
It's because of pressure.
তো হেতু সলিউশন আপুনি কি ভাবে
because of pressure, the mental pressure they are in, but you have to get used to it. I am used to it.
মই এনেকুৱা ফিল হয় আপুনি অলপমান জলিমুৰত থাকি ভাল পায় ৰাইট so what do you do in your free time মানে আপুনি কি কৰে exactly hobby বা because I am getting the vibe that you I know you love to be in a jolly mood
see মই মানে you know live life as it comes. I always believe that and be happy. It doesn't matter
মানে in 5 words you have to explain ঠিক আছে মানে 5 words আপুনি পইণ্ট বেছ ক'লে হ'ল যে এনেকুৱা এটা কি ডিফাৰেন্স আছে গুৱাহাটী মেডিকেল কলেজত যোনটো কাৰণে লাইক এতিয়া সবে আহিব পাৰে মানে ধৰক কাবাৰ কিবা বেমাৰ হ'লে আৰু সেই বেমাৰটো এভয়েড কেনে কৰিব পাৰে আপুনি হেতু ক'ব লাগিব সো হেল্ল' এভৰিৱান ওয়েলকাম টু সিম্পলি ৰিয়েল আজি আমাৰ গেষ্টজন খুবেই বেছি স্পেশাল হ'ব কাৰণ ইটস নান আদাৰ দেন GMCH সুপাৰিনটেণ্ডেণ্ট ডক্টৰ অভিজিত শৰ্মা আপোনালোকে চাই টাইটেলটো বাৰু গমেই পাইছে আজি আমি বিভিন্ন ধৰণৰ কথা পাতিবলৈ আগবাঢ়ি আহিছোঁ ধৰক এতিয়া বৰ্তমান যোনটো আমি সকলোৱে জানো যে NEETৰ স্কেম হৈছে তাৰপিছত এনেকুৱা কিছুমান কথা শুনিবলৈ পাইছিলোঁ যে বহুত কেইজন ডক্টৰে যে ৰিজাইন কৰিছে GMCHৰ আজি সেইবিলাকৰ বিষয়ে আমি পাতিম লগতে আৰু এটা কথা ক'বলৈ বিচাৰিম যে বৰ্তমান যোনবিলাক গভৰ্ণমেণ্টৰ ইনিচিয়েটিভ আছে আমাৰ গোটেই মেডিকেল কলেজ লৈ পেলাই বা গোটেই চিকিৎসা লৈ পেলাই চ' সেইবিলাকৰ বিষয়ে পাতিম চ' আহক ভিডিঅ'টো শেষলৈকে চাব লগতে জনাব কমেণ্ট ছেকশ্যনত কেনেকুৱা পায় ভিডিঅ'টো So hello everyone, welcome to Simply Real. আজি আমি এটা বহুত স্পেশাল এপিসোড কৰিবলৈ আহিছো কাৰণ আমি সকলোৱে জানো he is none other than Dr. Abhijit Sarma, তেখেত Superintendent হয় GMCH ৰ and he has contributed a lot in the field of আমাৰ গোটেই আসামৰ যোন মেডিকেলৰ যোন ষ্টেটা আছে তেখেতে বহুত বেছি কন্ট্ৰিবিউট কৰিছে আমি এইটো কোভিডৰ টাইমত দেখিবলৈ পাইছো সো প্ৰথমতে দাদা কি খবৰ আপোনাৰ
ভাল
কামবিলাক
as usual busy like hell. Today is Monday, so Monday is a huge day for me because there are lots of meetings and lots of people from far they come to meet me and in fact come to hospital for checkup and
আপুনি ধৰক কেনেকৈ ষ্টাৰ্ট কৰি নিজৰ দিনটো মানে how do you start your day
if I have how do I start my day
in general because today is Monday right as you have told ki apun bahut kaam thake
I already get my schedule in the morning at 8 o'clock. The night duty MOs and all the deputy superintendents they update me ki hoise ki hona and then accordingly I am aware that what are the things I need to do and this being a hot bed it's a very hot seat so lots of referrals come from all over the state and usually my people call them on a Monday or a Wednesday so that we get the entire week so today we schedule our talks patients accordingly. It will depart. And Monday is one of the days where all the departments are there in the OPD. So that is how we start.
Okay.
So my calculation starts from morning 8 o'clock.
Okay, got it.
And
আপুনি মানে লিখি লয় মানে এখন কাগজত কি কি কৰিব কি নকৰে
obviously I have to jot down everything.
হয়
কি কৰিব লাগে, কি কৰিব নালাগে. And then I reach hospital at about 10 o'clock
got it.
and ensure my staff is there. 10 o'clock, I usually take a round of the office
Okay.
to see whether my people have come. And frankly speaking, last 2-3 years, I've seen them on time. And that is the best part of it.
So, Dada, what was your main motive behind like getting into this field? আপুনি কিয় exactly join কৰিলে
See,
in this field? এটাতো আপোনাৰ inspiration থাকিব, motive থাকিব, right? So, সেই main motive টো আপোনাৰ কি আছিল?
I've been in this institute from 1986.
Okay.
I did my MBBS. Then 1991, I got my job as a registrar. So, in fact, obviously, in between, I was transferred to Silchar Medical College and Assam Medical College. But I always had a passion of working for the people. And what happened, July 2010, Honorable Health Minister, then Honorable Health Minister, now the Chief Minister, he told me that he is going to give me a very important job, like the congenital heart disease program. So that is how it started. And all the children in Assam initially were not screened for congenital heart disease. So we started to have camps. And when we had camps, what happened? We saw more than 3,000, 4,000 students, kids having different heart problems, cleft lip, cleft palate, all different. So that was the time when it struck me that I should
You
work
should
for
be
them.
মানে সেইটো আপোনাৰ এটা burning desire
Yeah,
এটা
so I should work for them. So I was with, obviously, I had a very team of doctors, a small team of doctors. We took those cases to Bangalore and got them operated. Since I'm a surgeon, in some cases I was inside the OT operating also, assisting them. And it was very nice to see they getting recovered. In fact, I have done an operation in 2010 along with Devi Shetty sir. And his daughter, that lady's daughter, is now came back to me with a heart problem. I said, "You got married?" She said, "Yes." I got married. Now I have a kid, and my kid is also having a heart. So again, I took that kid, Loigulu. So those are small things which you feel so good
100%.
that these cases I have been involved in. So then slowly we expanded our horizon to other disabilities like cerebral palsy, neurological deficits, and all. So Honorable CM sir was very instrumental. He is very passionate about all
Passionate
this.
about health, 100%.
Children.
মানে we have seen you both together in working very hard during the COVID time.
Yes.
মানে আপোনালোকক আমি মিডিয়াত আপোনালোক দুজনকে মানে পুৰা দেখিছো পুৰা ফ্ৰণ্ট লাইনত আহি পেলাই you guys are leading আৰু পুৰা ধুনীয়াকে আৰু বহুতখিনি ক্ষেত্ৰত টেকেলো কৰিছে সেইখিনি অলপমান ইনষ্টেন্সেছ ক'ব পাৰিব নেকি লাইক কোভিডৰ টাইম আপুনি এক্স্যাক্টলি সবতকে ডিফিকাল্ট টাস্ক কোনটো আছিল আপোনাৰ
difficult task
সবতকে
was
difficult
to influence the doctors to see the patient, very frankly. They all were, see, doctors are human beings.
100%.
And they were very scared. We didn't know what COVID is. But I, as a person, I took it as a challenge. So I said, what I did, we CM sir declared MMC as the COVID hospital, first COVID hospital in Assam. So I had about 300 beds with COVID positive patients. So I had a small team of doctors, Dr. Kalyan Nath and Dr. Anjan Talukdar. These two guys were very good. I explained to them that you should go in, see the patients, have a PPP cover, whatever you want to do, and follow me. Whatever I say, follow. And what I did is I took those doctors with me, with the sisters, inside the ward. And I was looking into all the patients. When I started looking into all the patients, it's the media who showed, and slowly people started, even doctors started understanding that, yeah, if you take protection and see the patients, nothing happens. The
Then you guys
doctors,
were,
the sisters, and more importantly, one day I was surprised when Honorable Health Minister, now the CM, came to me and said, let's do an ICU visit. I said, yes. I said, I take it every day. He said, no, no, even I want to go around.
Hmm.
So that was the turning point.
এনাৰ্জিটো চাই পেলাই আপুনিও মানে
He
ফিল কৰিলে
came in, and then we, both of
Hmm.
us together, along with our team of doctors, saw all the patients. And then obviously, you know that I came back. He asked me to take reign of GMCH
GMC,
from
yes.
MMC. So GMC we started. When I first worked in GMC, when I first came, when I first came to GMCH, interestingly, there were only about 24 cases of COVID admitted at that COVID
At that
time.
time.
But after me and Dr. Osud Boysa, Professor Osud, the principal, we joined in. Within next 48 hours, we admitted 300 cases. And that is how
আপুনি
we,
সেইখিনি মতো বহুত ডেথছ দেখিছে সন্মুখৰ পৰা
yeah.
সো কেন ইউ জাষ্ট টেল মি ওৱান থিং যে ইমান ডেথছ দেখিছে এতিয়া ধৰক আপোনাৰ কাৰণে লাইফৰ মিনিংটো কি হৈ পৰে বিকজ ইউ সিট ইন ফ্ৰণ্ট অফ ইউৰ আইজ
See,
for
I had
like
COVID 4 times. I was in a ventilator 2 times. And so I saw death for myself only. I saw death. I thought I wouldn't, when I was attacked on the second time, when I was shifted to ICU, put on NIV, I thought I'm not going to live. So I've seen it so near. And
how does it like honestly কৈছো মই মানে সেইটো মানে what does মানে in your mind কি চলি থাকে মানে
then সেইটো
সেই
সময়ত
মাইন্ডসেটটো because I
hey
wonder audience no
Tetia, you become blank. You say that obviously you pray to God that you want to live, but then you say that what is this jealousy and animosity, all those things come, ego problems, moi kele nasao and all, moi kele kotha na pato eon logot kotha. So I always, that was the time when I prayed to God ki moi ulai ahile moi ei manjoner logot kotha patim,
forgiveness এটা আহিছে
agote kotha napai dichilu.
true.
So these are all
Feelings.
confessions you give it to the God. And then obviously when I was out of everything, out of ICU, then I said, oh God, basi golu. That was the only feeling I had.
বাছি গলো সো ধৰক আপোনাৰ মানে যে আপুনি সাৰ্জন আছিল জেনাৰেল সাৰ্জন এটা ধৰক এনেকুৱা কিবা সিচুৱেচন আহিছিল নেকি যে দেখিছে যে 80 to 90% বচা চান্স কম আছে but still you took the risk
Yeah.
সেইটো সিচুৱেচন কেনেকুৱা
There were lots of cases where I still remember I did one retroperitoneal tumor. There was a tumor of behind the abdomen. So I took the challenge that I'll operate that. So I had Dr. Hussain Ahmed, one of my very close colleagues. So I had told him that you assist me and we'll do it. That was the time when I thought this patient won't live because, but still we can give a try. And you won't believe that patient survived. And I removed the tumor right from the bed of the aorta, the main vessel. I scraped through. After I did it, then I did a MRI of the
whole
status. I was so shocked that I had thinned the aorta to such a level that one more small nick would have caused that patient's life.
But so close
I was so close to that patient was so close to life and death. But after 10 years, when I see that patient now, he's perfectly normal. Now he says, you saved me. I said, no, it was luck.
What's the mindset exactly when you go for the risk? Moi risk so long.
Like no, when you're inside the system, when you're inside the abdomen, there's nothing else you'll concentrate. You'll think only of the tumor. You'll think only of keneka gusabo paru, keneka uthabo paru. Tetia aru outside world is meaningless.
Problem.
It is meaningless. So that is what, and you need a good team. And my team of doctors, Newt Paul Gogoi, I still remember those days, and they were very good. So we have done lots of major cases where people, I would have thought ki nabase, but came out miraculously outside. I remember one girl who had severe pain abdomen. We opened, 14 years old. The entire intestine, was gangrene. মৰি গৈছে কলা পৰি গ'ল তো মই কি কৰিলো তেতিয়া মই I did my super specialty from NIMS. Then and there I called my professor from the OT table. He sir এনেকুৱা case এটা আহিছে I've opened it now. I have no option what to do now. ছাৰে ক'লে কি নাই make a stomach to লৈ পেলাই কাটি পেলাই টিউব এটা বনাই পেলাই তুমি পায়খানা পাতাত লগাই দিয়া and it is called a short gut syndrome.
Okay.
So
you have to manage very fast.
Whatever I did,
you did real fast.
I don't wait for any decisions to be coming. Be it in my this office table, be it in my OT table. I'll do whatever I feel that yes, if this is done, this will happen. So I did that, and you won't believe that girl After 20 years now, she was a Muslim girl. She's now become a grandmother after 20 years. She
আপুনি ভাবিলে কি লাগে তেতিয়া
yeah, then
টাইম
they
লং
come
টাইম মানে
and you won't believe তাহাঁতে সেই পাৰ্টিটোৱে ঘৰ অঞ্চলৰ হয় তাহাঁতে মোৰ কাৰণে কেতিয়াবা লাও এটা কোমোৰা এটা এনেকে লৈ আহে মোৰ ঘৰৰ আপোনাৰ কাৰণে মই কৈছো নাই নাই মই এইবোৰ নাই নাই ছাৰ they know that I'm
there's some
diabetic.
unconditional love you are getting because মানে আপুনি ডাঙৰ এটা হেৰি কৰিছে কাৰণ নেক্সট কুৱেশ্যনটোলৈ আহিছো বৰ্তমান আপুনি এটা মানে এনেকুৱা সমাজত কথা এটা ওলাই পৰিছে যে ধৰক GMCHত ট্ৰিটমেণ্ট ভাল নহয় বা GMCH এখন প্ৰাইভেট হস্পিটেলত যাওঁ বল বা বহুত এটা ডাঙৰ বেমাৰ হ'ল আমি চেন্নাইলৈ গ'লো বা দিল্লীলৈ গ'লো সেই বস্তুটো কেনেকৈ চেঞ্জ কৰিব মানে আপোনালোকে চেষ্টা কৰিছে
So we এতিয়া that mindset is slowly getting converted. What has happened, we have the latest equipments. Initially our doctors were not that bahir doctors were ahan asil. Etia we have most of our doctors trained abroad, trained in one of the best in the country. You won't believe now we are doing the highest number of angioplasty in India. We treated the maximum number of patients in COVID in India. 38,000 cases we treated. We have the latest machineries. Our SCI, State Cancer Institute, has all sorts of brachytherapy, to me, latest CT tomography, everything we have. So people have now understood. When you come to a private, I was yesterday speaking to some of my press colleagues, saying that yata line dhoribo lage, all those things. I said, see, when you go to a private hospital, first thing what you do, আপোনাক এজন ভালকে মানুহ এজন আহিব কাগজ এখন দিব কি স্যাৰ আপুনি 50,000 টকা জমা দিয়ক পইচাটো জমা লোৱা পিছতহে কামবোৰ আৰম্ভ হয় ইয়াতে তো এনেকুৱা নহয় all patients are free so you have to stand in the queue PMJY government has given so much of opportunity PMJY qua MMJY for the government employees then there are various schemes so all those things you have to go through a proper regime you have to get it so for going through that you have to stand in the queue so hey bostu
waiting to কাৰণে মানুহ
waiting to কাৰণে মানুহৰ খং উঠে কি কেলে আমি ৰব লাগে
ধৰ এটা ভ্যালিড ৰিজনো থাকে দিয়কচোন কাৰণ ধৰক পেশেন্টস লৈ আহে বা পেশেন্ট এটা লৈ আহে
that is different মোৰ কথা হ'ল কি পেশেন্টস or treatmentor ক্ষেত্ৰত treatment is never stopped in GMC first 48 hours everything is given free treatment is never stopped so treatment to lokato DA in the meantime attendants are told to do the paperwork that is the time they don't like I believe that those trend now people have understood now if you go around the hospital you'll be surprised to see that it is now more clean because those are ICs which we have here. The responsibility lies with the doctors also, the paramedics. তাহাঁতে কোনোবাই যদি থু পেলায় তেখেতসকলে কাষেদি পাৰ হৈ যোৱাতকে মানুহজনক কৰিব লাগে এই থু নাপালাব সেই বস্তুবোৰ ডিক্টামবোৰ আমি শিকাব চেষ্টা কৰিছো and last 3 years to 4 years now এইবোৰ শিকিছে and people have understood that a hospital khane amakane savior I have seen lots of improvements see initially there were 1,500 cases visiting us
100%
now we have more than 4,500 cases per day visiting us so that's a huge increase and this hospital was built only 1,700 beds now it is more than 3,500 beds
100% there is a huge progress right
huge progress and this progress is because efficiency of the doctors the paramedics and the sisters and the staff other staffs have increased and we have done some innovative things like we have outsourced the cleaning we have outsourced the laundry we have outsourced few things we like the dialysis unit where private parties have also come in
private parties
and Apollo is looking after the dialysis so those are there but at the end of the day many people from the village come and they are not aware
awareness to komi ase to
ki koribo lagibo ki koribo na lage and
awareness karone kiba korise na apnalok
awareness we do we have may I help you desks and all that and we have lots of paper ads going through ISC but more needs to be done which
100%
definitely we try to
আৰু নেক্সট কোৱেশ্চন লৈ আহিছো ধৰক ৰিসেন্টলি এটা মানে বহুত এনে কথা ওলাই গৈছিলে যে CM স্যাৰ তো নোটিছ হিচাপে দিলে যে প্ৰাইভেট ডক্টৰছ মানে ধৰক গভৰ্নমেন্ট ডক্টৰছ বিলাকে প্ৰাইভেট প্ৰেক্টিছ কৰিব নোৱাৰে so
No,
সেইটো
no, no.
সেইটো
It was a wrong thing, information actually.
হা
The notice which was given was after your government hours of duty,
ডিউটি
you can do private practice.
okay
But when you are in
হয়
from 9 o'clock to 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock, you are in your government duty,
হা
and that is the time you should not practice outside. That is the
মানে
thing.
অকল সেই গভৰ্ণমেণ্ট
A
টাইমিংটোতে
government
কৰিব
time to buy it
বা
because
আগতে কৰিছিল নেকি তেনেকুৱা চাগে কৰিছিল কাৰণে তেখেতে
definitely
Definitely কৰিছিল
there is a group of people who will never learn. I'm
okay
very
yeah it's okay
don't
হা
use my words, but they never
হা
learn. Jimane Jiyok,
হা
they need more,
দেই
and when they need more,
and
they
it's
they tend to practice in such a way that which is harmful for the other people.
100%
That is the thing.
so in the long run মানে এটা বহুতে কৈছিল যে ৰিজাইন সেইটো কথাটো মিছাই ওলাল অফ কোৰ্স ৰিজাইন দিছিল বহুত ডক্টৰ
See, I was the first one to contradict that statement.
yeah
There's nothing called mass resignation.
yeah
See, we are so big numbers of doctors.
Huh.
Every year, one or two doctors submit their
Resignation.
resignation, and that could be anything. So if young doctors registers, they're getting married, or they're somehow not happy with the job, or they get a better offer. Obviously they'll leave,
Huh.
but it is not mass. I mean, একেলগে 16টা ডক্টৰ এৰি গ'ল, no.
Hmm.
That ডক্টৰ এৰিছে, কিন্তু those doctors join কৰিও সোমোৱা নাই আমাৰ তাতে. They got the job, but they have not entered. So there was no effect. ইহঁতৰ
100%.
থাকা নাথাকা was same.
Hmm.
That is the
so
thing.
সেইটো কাৰণে মানে বস্তুটো ওলাইছিল
And I am very happy that Honorable CM has
Hmm.
clarified it. And these guys were, why now you'll ask me why their resignations were not accepted.
Hmm.
Obviously, they were not accepted because they had to line list those things,
okay
find out whether they had when you enter into medical job, there is a bond.
bond yes
PG bond থাকে, সেই bondবোৰ complete কৰিছে কি নাই, আৰু there are certain agreements. কিছুমানে কি কৰে, এবছৰ কাম কৰি পেলাই বেংকৰ পৰা লোন লয়,
এনেকুৱা চিষ্টেম
বেংকৰ পৰা লোন লৈ পেলাই
Long
we
run
get 6% loan পাই যায়,
পাই যায়
when বাহিৰত তোমালোকে যেতিয়া লোন ল'বা it is 12%. তেতিয়া লোনটো লৈ ল'লেতো এটা মোৰ কাম হৈ গ'ল, আৰু এইকাৰণে মই আধা কৰি পেলাই চাকৰিটো বাদ দি পেলাই মই এতিয়া নিজৰ প্ৰাইভেট প্ৰেক্টিছ কৰিম. So those things আমাৰ signature থাকে. So those are important factors which needs to be addressed by the government, and so they see in phase wise. কিছুমানে higher stages ত যায়, MCH বা DM পায়, they have to go. So when they go, obviously they feel that they may not want to continue. If they are on the sponsored seats, they have to continue. There
So
is
there
an
are
agreement.
both
So
ways.
both ways they have to see. So these are the things which are mass resignation. Our resignation given was a false
false news রিমোট টাইপ
news.
ওলাইছিল বস্তুটো
Yeah, it was definitely a false news.
false news ঠিক আছে আৰু এটা দাদা এতিয়া বৰ্তমান এই নিট স্কেমটো যে হ'ল গোটেই নিটৰ যোনটো স্কেমটো হ'ল
That's a very sad thing to happen.
ইয়া সো সেইটোৰ ওপৰত আপোনাৰ কি মানে মন্তব্য ধৰক
No, I believe that I would suggest that this entire thing should be revamped, the entire year. And since all the aspirants want a retest, so I believe that they should be given a chance to reappear,
exactly
and with a stringent law
no
saying that any sort of activities, obviously government is doing, has given the matter to CBI, and lots of people have been arrested, but that is not the end of the story. People have to be more stringent, more laws put.
বহুত ষ্টুডেন্টৰ কেৰিয়াৰ ডিপেন্ড
And
কৰি
so,
আছে
and yeah, gaon students, but towner students, they are not that well off. They do so much of study.
100%
They miss 1 year, 2 years. I have seen them missing. And then tapisat jidi inikwa
এটা হৈ যায়
scam eta ulai. It is a very sad thing. And obviously no one will accept.
আৰু দাদা আপুনি ভাবেনে যে গোটেই যোন আমাৰ মেডিকেল এক্সামৰ ষ্ট্ৰাকচাৰটো আছে ডাজ ইট বিল্ড গুড চেলেঞ্জিং ডক্টৰ্ছ ইন দ্য লং ৰান অৰ ডু ইউ থিংক অলপমান চেঞ্জেছ লাগে যে এইখিনি চেঞ্জেছ আহিলে ভাল বিকজ সময়ত ইহঁতে চেলেঞ্জেছখিনি ফেচ কৰিব নোৱাৰে ডক্টৰ্ছখিনিয়ে বিকজ চবটো চিধা লাইনত নহয় বস্তুটো আপোনাৰ বহুত তেৰা বেকা আছে তাৰপৰা সেইটোৰ ওপৰত কি ক'ব বিচাৰিব লাইক
See, we basically, doctors in India are well trained. Practically, they are well trained. Some of the best doctors I've ever seen. They are very much well trained. But Yes, certain fine tuning is to be done. Fine tuning khini jodi kore, there is, I don't think so. There can be any moments where any challenging situations cannot be taken up. But private, what I see, government doctors from a government institute, and when I compare it to a doctor from a private institute, there is a difference in training. There is a difference in exposure. Private, or see, a doctor, a patient comes in, private will not allow that patient to be operated or handed over to a resident for cutting and all that.
Why is that so?
If the patient dies, because the patient pays when he comes to a private hospital, but when he comes to a government hospital, they come here for training, the residents. So, under the guidance of the senior professors, they are allowed to operate and give hands on training.
Okay.
Hands on training is very much important for these students. So, that is why what you said, ki bhoy eta ase, that acute crisis or
পটককে
নোৱাৰে
নোৱাৰে
পটককে টেকেল কৰিব নোৱাৰে, it's because private or
মানে তেখেতলোকৰ চাই বডি লেংগুৱেজত এংচিয়াছনেছ এটা অলপমান
yes,
মানে
yes, yes,
মানে শ্ব'কেছ কৰে মানে সেইটো
yes,
মই
yes. Private or তাহাঁতে সেয়া নিদিয়ে,
নিদিয়ে এইটো
open exposure to নিদিয়ে,
Oh.
hands on training to কম দিয়ে, কিন্তু তাহাঁতৰ these are all private or these are all paid patients, and
বিকজ অফ স্মল মিষ্টেক টু লাইফ হেৰাই যায়
yes, yes,
মানে ইটছ এ
yes.
ভেৰি বিগ ইছ্যু মানে ক'ব
So
গ'লে
I believe that these are small things that needs to be rectified.
অ'কে
And if that can be rectified, even private should have free patients, free patient schemes and all, where দুখীয়া মানুহ আহি পেলাই ট্ৰিটমেণ্ট ল'ব পাৰে. So those things need to, those are huge, not so complicated things, but those things need to be streamlined.
বাট ইফ আই আস্ক ইউ ইন ওৱান পইণ্ট হোৱাট উড ইউ ছাজেষ্ট আপুনি ছাজেশ্যন আপোনাৰ মানে কি থাকিব পাৰে
Suggest is
Like
government should
solution.
open more government colleges.
অ'কে
I believe government should open more government colleges so that the larger population is that they have understood.
অ'কে
Now Niti Aayog and all have understood ki more colleges, more doctors, and more training.
দ্যাট হেপেন আফটাৰ কোভিড অনলি ইফ
Yes, yes,
কোভিডৰ পিছত ৰিয়েলাইজ কৰিলে
yes. And our honorable CM sir was very clear. Before COVID only, he was very clear कि আমাৰ ইয়াতে 5খন মেডিকেল কলেজ আছে, আমি ইচ ডিষ্ট্ৰিক্টত এখন কৰিব লাগিব, এতিয়া 24খন হ'বলৈ গৈ আছে. Don't you think it's a achievement?
Huge,
It's a huge achievement. And সেইটো দি কি হৈছে, now তুমি গাঁওবোৰত যোৱা, you will get residents taking care of the patients. আগতে ডক্টৰ নাছিল,
নাছিল।
ডক্টৰে নাচাই পেলাই কম্পাউণ্ডাৰে চাইছিল, এতিয়া কিন্তু
একো
এনেকুৱা
নাজানে।
নহয়. Eta each PHEs, CHEs have a doctor with it. They have ambulances. 108 is there. If that is not treatable, they come to civil. Civil no ole. They come to a tertiary center like medical college.
বাট দাদা গাঁৱতো বহুতে কয় যে মানে ডক্টৰছখিনি এভেইলেবল নাথাকে বা মানে এবল
See,
ডক্টৰছ নাথাকে মানে
I'll
এই
tell
বস্তুটো
you,
মানে কিয়
able
Because-
নহয়. Gaon, you cannot put in a super specialist. Gaon, you have to put in an MBBS doctor. So আমাৰ PRCA completionৰ পিছত এবছৰ rural posting দিয়ে. Rural postingত তাহাঁতে যাব লাগিব. এতিয়া ফৰ এক্সাম্পল শুনাত বেয়া, কিন্তু মই কথাটো genuinely কথাটো কওঁ. I am from a higher middle class family. I stayed my entire life in Guwahati Medical College in Guwahati. Tomorrow I pass my MBBS, do my PRCA, and then I am posted in Saur Onsol. Do you think I'll go and stay there?
অফ কোৰ্ছ নট সেই মাইণ্ডছেটটো আহি যায়
এই মাইণ্ডছেটটো সেইকাৰণে we have to, our people, our administration has to see that we have to send those doctors who are nearby to that area. Mane, I am from, you are from Dhubri, your hometown is Dhubri. You wouldn't mind going near to a station near to Dhubri to do your regular internship. Okay, but if I put you in Margherita, your family will object to it. ইমান দূৰলৈ
ইমান দূৰ কিয় গৈছ বা
কিয় গৈছা?
এই নিমিলে
So,
সেই বস্তুটো
এই
নিমিলে
বস্তুখিনি এডমিনিষ্ট্ৰেটৰৰ কেপেবিলিটি থাকিব লাগিব. They should be posted to the nearest center where possible. So by doing so, lots of villages will get benefited.
বৰ্তমান আমি দেখিবলৈ পাইছো যে ডায়েবেটিছৰ কেছেছ বা হাৰ্ট এটেক কেছেছ বিলাক ইয়াং জেনেৰেশ্যনৰ মাজত খুব আগবাঢ়ি আহিছে।
It's because of pressure.
তো সেইটো লৈ সলিউশন আপুনি কি ভাবে?
It's
বিকজ
because of pressure, the mental pressure they are in. There are the present status of the families. What happens? I want my son to become a doctor. I want son to become an engineer. A pressure to ল'ৰা ছোৱালীবোৰক ভৰাই দিয়ে।
হয় দে
IIT পৰা পাছ কৰিব লাগিব বা মেডিকেল কলেজৰ এইমছৰ পৰা পাছ কৰিব লাগিব। যেতিয়া পঢ়াই there is lots of pressure to that student. And the student has to study overboard. It takes lots of private tuition. You've seen the tuition centers being opened. Lots of private. These, they work for 18 hours, 16 hours. They've been working. এইবোৰৰ কাৰণে mental pressure to কাৰণে মানে ল'ৰা ছোৱালীবোৰৰ বহুত বস্তু বাঢ়িছে, লাইক সুইচাইড ৰেট, দেন ডিপ্ৰেছন, দেন যোনবোৰৰ হৈছেতো হৈছে। ফৰ এক্সাম্পল, you both are best of friends. You get selected to AIMS and he doesn't get selected.
কম্পেৰিজন এটা আহি যায়।
Then comes the comparison. Then comes the jealousy. So there should be a specific place where these sort of things has taken, it's accountable. People have to become accountable for it. And that is the role of a psychologist. Psychologist by psychiatric treatment and evaluation is very much important in the present society.
ডক্টৰজকো লাগে সেইটো।
Definitely doctors.
বেসিক্যালি
With the amount of pressure we get is immense. Working in Guwahati Medical College as a superintendent, it's a tough job. It's really a tough job because you have to be 24 hours prepared for any eventuality, for anything to happen. Amar kali eta pani tap eta suru hoy gol. It's a small thing, pani tap suru. But pani leak kori entire ceiling fell down. That's a big thing.
That's a big thing.
So that thing also rati 2 o'clock, engineers, the PWD engineers, the plumbers, the deputy superintendent on duty, me, myself, all had to gather and fix the entire thing. So that tomorrow that thing is repaired immediately within 24 hours and people don't get the difference. Yo, GMC malu, iman dawar gata ta ase, muro opor. So those things are very important. So these pressure amar sab thake. So but you have to get used to it. I am used to it.
মোৰ এনেকুৱা ফিল হয় লাইক আপুনি অলপমান জলিমূৰত থাকি ভাল পায়, ৰাইট? চ' হোৱাট ডু ইউ ডু ইন ইয়ৰ ফ্ৰী টাইম? মানে আপুনি কি কৰে এক্সেক্টলি, হবি বা বিকজ আই এম গেটিং দ্য ভাইব দেট ইউ লাভ টু বি ইন আ জলি মুড। মানে
মই মানে you know, live life as it comes. I always believe that. And be happy, yeah? It doesn't matter. Whatever will happen will happen. So you have to be happy. And I like watching movies and all. I watch movies. I used to play a lot badminton.
Are you a foodie also like me?
And yes, I like to eat. I like to cook.
Okay.
I cook a lot.
What's your favorite like?
I cook everything and anything I can cook. And in fact, my son is outside studying. So if I go with him 1 month, if I take a break, then I'll become a total house husband.
মানে ইটস লাইক বহুতে কুক কৰি ভাল পায় ন। এতিয়া আজিকালি এনেকুৱা হৈছে লাইক মইতো বহুত ভাল পাওঁ আপোনাৰ চাইনিজটো অফক'ৰ্চ ষ্টেপলে থাকে, বাট কণ্টিনেণ্টেল
Yeah, I make everything. Tengan bra, if you ask me to make anything, I'll make. And everything
one day you invite us.
Yeah, I'll one day invite you. And I would like to invite people to eat. আৰু বেয়া হ'লেও ক'ব লাগিব ভাল হৈছে বুলি।
সেইটোৱে যিহেতু আমি সেইকলে এতিয়া আহিছো, লাইক আপোনাক মই অভাৰঅল সুধিব বিচাৰিছো এতিয়া, লাইক আপোনাৰ কাৰণে জীৱনৰ অৰ্থটো কি? বিকজ আপুনি ডেইলি দেখি থাকে এটা জীৱন কেতিয়াবা লছো হয় কেতিয়াবা হয়, মানে অভাৰঅল যদি আপোনাক সুধো the whole meaning of your life for you, because
life is very precious and it's very beautiful. Use it in a more positive way. I believe you should use it in a positive way. Have positive vibes in everything. Because when you have negative vibes coming, you make the atmosphere negative. So be positive. And if you face any major problems or if you face any difficult, if you're struggling, always remember there is light after darkness. And think of that and continue ahead. And definitely God is there to take care of everything.
do you believe in God?
I obviously believe in
Okay.
God. That's why I'm living.
Okay. So দাদা লাষ্ট এটা আছিল আৰু এটা মানে ইন 5 words you have to explain, ঠিক আছে? মানে 5 words আপুনি পইণ্ট ৱাইজ ক'লে হ'ল যে এনেকুৱা এটা কি ডিফাৰেঞ্চ আছে গুৱাহাটী মেডিকেল কলেজত যোনটো কাৰণে লাইক এতিয়া সবে আহিব পাৰে মানে মানে ধৰক কাৰোবাৰ কিবা বেমাৰ হ'লে আৰু সেই বেমাৰটো এভইডো কেনেকৈ কৰিব পাৰে আপুনি সেইটোও ক'ব লাগিব বিকজ এজ এ ডক্টৰ বহুতে কয় যে এই ডক্টৰ আহিছে বেমাৰ মাতি আছে মানে এনেকুৱা টাইপ কয় আৰু বহুতে ইন 5 পইণ্টছ মানে আপুনি ক'ব লাগিব যে কি কি এনেকুৱা ফেচিলিটি বৰ্তমান আছে গোটেই
We
জিএমচিত 5
see,
পইণ্টছ
most important is
Huh.
number one, GMC as a tertiary
Yeah.
hospital. We have all the equipments and machineries, top world class,
Huh.
which is available.
Huh.
And number two is these machineries are manned by some of the best faculties of India. I mean, it's not Assam, best faculties of India. They are highly trained. And thirdly, the payment, the amount of fees that is taken is minimal,
Okay.
and most of the patients, more than 90% of the patients are covered under PMJY scheme of government of Assam, of government of India, in fact. And so they are free.
Free.
So Junbur free Naiwa, that is 2 to 3%. That also we take care, whatever possible way, to a maximum to give benefits. And then we have special criteria like kak ami free dibo paro, kak dibo nwaro. And those bandwidth, we have increased it so that maximum people get free treatment when they come to GMCH. So basically, treatment, we do the best of the treatments, whatever is available in the world, we do the same thing. And number two is our team of doctors are at par with any of the doctors compared all over the world.
Okay.
And we have the best machineries.
বেষ্ট মেচিনাৰিজ চ' আপোনাৰ ইউএছপিটো বেষ্ট মেচিনাৰী ক'ব গ'লে মানে এতিয়া বৰ্তমান যোনটো চলি আছে অ'কে চ' ওৱান ৱৰ্ড ফৰ ডক্টৰ হিমন্ত বিশ্ব শৰ্মা
He's a gem of a guy. He's my mentor. He's my good friend. Where necessary, basically he's my boss also.
Okay.
And so I like the way he does his presentations. I like the way he works for the state and in fact for the country. And there are lots of things to learn from him. And every day is a learning phase for all of us.
লাইক যিয়ে আহক মানে তেখেতৰ লগত থাকিব
Yeah, obviously I'm bound to stay with him because he's the guy who has taught me how to handle administration and how to take care of people, show the world that what you can do in the long run.
চ' গাইজ আমি যিহেতু শেষলৈকে আহিছোঁ আশা কৰিলোঁ দাদাই আমাক এদিন মাছৰ টেঙা খুৱাবলৈ মাতিব চৰি
Thank
ত' বহুত ভাল লাগিলে আপোনাৰ কথা পাতি মানে গট টু ন' লট অফ থিংছ ৰিগাৰ্ডিং অল দ্য ষ্টেটাছ অফ দ্য হোল GMCH বিকজ এনেকুৱা প্ৰশ্ন বহুত অডিয়েঞ্চৰ আহি পৰে আমাৰ যিহেতু ইউথ অডিয়েঞ্চ বেছিকৈ আছে তে ভাবে যে মানে GMCHৰ ট্ৰিটমেণ্টে নহয় বা প্ৰাইভেটতে যাওঁ এনেকুৱা মাইণ্ডছেট এটা সিহঁতৰ বিল্ড হৈছিলে চ' আই হোপ আপুনি যোনখিনি কথা ক'লে সেইটো লৈ পেলাই তেখেতে ইনস্পায়াৰ হৈ পেলাই ধৰক যদি কাৰোবাৰ কিবা হয়তো GMCHতে অহাটো আমি বিচাৰোঁ
Thank you.
থেংক ইউ ছ' মাছ